Hi everyone, I'm FM Greeno. Welcome along to day 13 of Help Will Come Tomorrow, a survival game set in 1917 Siberia, where the guys sat around the fire here have all survived an attack on a train. They're trying to survive until help arrives and have built this little camp to help in that endeavour. Today's going to be a busy day. We've got a lot of things we need to try and find on some expeditions so that we can upgrade things further in the camp. So let's get straight into it. So, there are three main things I want to try and achieve either today or tomorrow. The first is up here in this area, where I really want us to get this camouflage area built. Now, we have enough pine needles, just enough, and some string, but we don't have enough wood. So we need to find some of that. That's going to really help in terms of the camp visibility. Which right now, because we have a clear sky, camp visibility is very high. It's 40%, and we haven't even got the fire going. So that is something that's really, really top priority. Also, down here, we want to try and get the game flaying point built. Again, we don't have enough wood for that. We have just about everything else we need. Reason for that becoming more of a priority is that yesterday's episode, we came across a wolverine who had kind of, I don't know, suicidally been trying to eat some rotten food that Maria had been leaving outside of the camp as a gift to the souls of the train dead, and had managed to somehow choke itself to death or whatever. So we have that, and if we can flay that, that's going to give us some fur, which we can use to make clothes and blankets and the like, but also some meat. So finally, we might be able to have something that's not mushroom or vegetable soup. Also, and this has been a priority for a little while, but we just never have quite enough ingredients for it, if you like, is making some blankets which are going to keep people warm as they're resting. Shivering is going to be a bit of a problem, and of course, you know, the colder it gets, the more we need to take care of that. So if we can find some material while out and about, and probably some more string to help with all of these tasks, that's going to be helpful. Though I think the other two areas are probably a higher priority. So what we're going to do first off is give out some resources to people. They're all a little bit thirsty and a little bit hungry. Now, what I'm not going to do today just yet is get a soup made, because I don't think we've got enough ingredients really for it. We have got enough roots and stuff, but we've got berries and things to use up. So I think we're probably going to try and do that rather than cook something, and we can use the water just to distribute to people. We also have a mushroom that someone can eat if they're really hungry. Looks like Maria is very hungry, and also Dimitri here. So Dimitri, you eat that mushroom up. That's helped him a little bit. We've got berries here, so everyone can have some berries. Everybody likes the berries. There we go. So we still have a big hunger here for Maria. Hunger for these guys, but Dimitri is taken care of. Water for everyone apart from Dimitri. There we go. So that's taking care of everyone's thirst. It's the hunger that's still left. We have got some other bits and bobs that people can eat. I mean, not things they really want to eat. I'm not giving any honey out at this stage. We're going to keep that in case of emergencies. We're not going to give poisonous mushrooms to people. But we have got bugs. I know nobody likes them. But in case of emergency, they've got to eat them. And we have got some moss as well. Don't want to give anyone indigestion, really. That's the problem. Okay, so only Maria is hungry now. And not that hungry, so I think she's okay for now. See, I did notice there her morale has gone right up, 97. That's amazing. How about Sergei? He's right up there too. Oh, this is perfect. We had some real problems with morale early in the game, but we seem to have completely overcome them now, so which is awesome. Right, so everyone's got all their action points at this stage, and I think this is the point where I'm going to send the expedition out, because if we can successfully get all the bits that we need, then we can come back into the camp and build a load of stuff. So let's do that right now. We'll send the expedition. Now, the renegades are down here by the train, which is a bit of a shame because this is where we get all the string from and that. But yeah, maybe we can come maybe this way. We haven't been, or deadly that is, so we haven't been down here. a few areas that we've not been to yet, so maybe we can even explore. There's nowhere else that we're going to get any string from or anything, though, is there? Bones and stuff over there. Maybe that's risky there where the berries are. It might be an idea to come around here on an expedition. We can pick up at least all the wood and stuff that we want. Let's try that. So, we are going to send these two guys out. No, actually, no. We're going to keep Dimitri in the camp because we want him to build stuff later on if he can, because he's better at building than Sergei. Sergei is going to go out. We are going to give them some stuff to take out. So we have the torch. Give that to Sir Edward Grey, and the knife to young Sergei, and we're going to send them on their expedition. So maybe if we come down here first, we might find some canvas and that. Oh, we got there. We could go, and have we been around? We could kind of skirt around everywhere, couldn't we? Go on a really long expedition if we can. Might be an interesting choice. Anyway, let's search here while we're here. Hopefully we don't get shot at again. What have we found? Some canvas, some scrap metal, some cigarettes, and a small quantity of needles. We'll take that. We come down here. Oh, look, there's got a deer or something down there. Oh, cool. Right, so we'll search here while we're here. What have we got? A rag, some stones, bits and bobs. Okay, that's cool. So let's come down into here. What's this going to say? So we stumbled across the tracks of a large deer for some time. Animal must have sensed you and always sneaked before you located it. This time luck favours you. See a lone deer that is calmly eating moss growing on a large boulder. It hasn't sensed you because you are coming from the side where the wind blows. The deer is probably more than a metre high at the withers. Your hands are shaking at the thought of how much meat you can get from it. Skin and bones can certainly be used to expand the shelter. It's a pity to miss such an opportunity. For a well-armed and experienced hunter, taking down this animal would probably be a formality. But you must use what you have at hand. Well, we have got a knife. So if we could get close enough with that. Try to get closer. So you succeeded. You moved closer without alerting the stag. But what's next? You can't just catch such a big animal. So try and run up and kill the animal. Try and throw some stone at the animal, or try and throw a knife at the animal. We tried throwing a stone previously, and all it did was hit it, and it ran away. So if we run up and kill the animal, or throw a knife at the animal. But if we throw the knife and it just gets it, that's not necessarily going to kill it, is it? And we might just lose our knife. So I think that's the best option. Let's try this. Unfortunately, your actions caught the deer's attention and it immediately fled. How can something so big move at such a speed? You don't even know for sure which tree it disappeared behind. As a consolation, you collected some edible moss. Oh, cosmic. Don't really want edible moss. But we'll search here while we're here. Hopefully there's some wood kicking around as well. Oh, what have we got here? Under the snowy tuft of moss, you find an old deer skeleton with a magnificent forked horn. Rusted arrowheads are still stuck between its ribs. The animal was probably hit, but it escaped its hunter and died in this grove. Without much thinking, you collect arrowheads and some useful bones. Okay. Well, that's just scrap metal then, is it? Oh, okay. But have we actually... We still haven't actually searched this area yet, though, so let's search it. Right. We got some wood. That's kind of what we're after, really, isn't it? So, where are we going to move to next? Not the train there. We can come around here. Search there. This is a glade with asters. So what have we got? Some bark, some garlic, and some marrow root. Gives you lots of energy. Okay. So that we might have to drop something along the way here. But we'll see. We'll see. So we can't go off the edge of the map here, but we can come here. Running out of action points a little bit, but we'll search it. This is the tracks to the west. So feathers and stones. Well, we can take the stones, can't we? So we've got that, and we can leave the moss behind, I think. Take the feathers. They'll be more useful for making arrows, won't they? I suppose. And then if we try and come up around here, you might get some more wood. Oh, there's another animal here. Oh, we're going to keep going. We are going to keep going until these guys die of exhaustion or something. Right, so what have we got here? A wooden log, some clay, some sticks, and some moss. Well, the sticks we'll definitely take. Clay we'll definitely take. Can we not take that? Yeah. And so what can we leave behind here? I mean, the needles probably. We'll take the big wooden log. Because I mean, we can split them down in the camp now, apparently, with the workstation. So that's something that we might be able to do at some point. But let's go up here and see what's going on with this animal. Right. Tracks in the snow suggest that a large lone predator moves around in the area. Is this an Amur leopard, a lynx, or maybe a tiger? Oh, God. They're going to get eaten by a tiger. Apparently, meetings with Siberian tigers have this unfortunate characteristic that they occur exactly when a person is least prepared for them. Come on, we're going to try and track down what's going on here. Something large slipped past between the dense trees. The predator probably decided that it's not worth meeting you, and it just ran away. It left a dead weasel on the snow. What a gift from Mother Nature. Alright, so we got another animal. Okay. So what should we leave behind? I mean, cigarettes maybe? Don't really need that. We can, I mean, I don't know, or bark. No, we don't need bark, do we? Let's drop the bark. And we'll take this weasel. Okay. Oh God, there's animals everywhere now. Let's keep going. Okay, so we got a small doe this time. So I wonder if we'll try a different approach. So we're going to try and get closer to it. Ah, it's fled away. Okay. Well, while we're here, we'll search. So what have we got? More clay. That's good. Some water. Well, we're okay for water. A string. We need string. But what do we need to get rid of? Or what can we afford to get rid of? I think we can afford to drop the cigarettes, can't we? Or we got to just click it and drop it. Okay. We'll take the string. Is it worth us keeping going? Come on. Another animal. We're on a real hunt now. So we're trying to track something down this time. So from time to time, snow slows from the crowns, falls lower than the wide-stretching branches straighten. Goodness me, a musk deer or a tiger deer has been passing this way quite recently. It's probably in a nearby grove. So we're going to track it down. We almost run into a musk deer. The animal immediately starts to run, but you are trying to catch it unnecessarily because you are not chasing it, or you try and throw a knife at the animal. Do we try and throw a knife? We didn't catch the other one last time because it was too quick. But I'm just still worried that if we throw a knife at it, we're going to lose it. I mean, Sergei's got to be pretty quick, hasn't he? Come on. Ah, the animal was luckier than you. It made several evasive maneuvers between the trees and was gone. Okay, well, we know there's a load of animals around now. So, if we can get some better hunting materials, maybe we can come and find some bullets or something. There's got to be some bullets around by the train somewhere. If we can do that, then we'll have a better chance of catching these things than our current very shoddy attempts. So, anyway, we're back at the camp. And we've got a bunch of different materials now. So there's loads of stuff we can do, I think. We're going to come up here and try and hide the camp a little bit better. That's got to be priority number one. So we have got enough needles, just. We've got enough string. And we now have enough wood. So we can use 2 of these big logs. Or we can use 6 sticks. Well, I'll use the logs for now. And we're going to send him up here. And who do we want him to do this with? Does he want to do it with Sergei? Yeah, we'll get them to do this. So the morale took a little bit of a hit, but we've got plenty of morale to play with at the moment. Okay, so they've now, you can see here just behind, they've disguised the palisade here. So that's good. Now, can we actually... Actually, I don't think we need to worry about snares right now because we have 2 animals, don't we? In our food collection, we have a weasel and we've got this wolverine. Now, it looks like they have green bars underneath them, so it means they do expire at some point. So that's something we need to be mindful of. But I wonder if we can come over here and make this game flame point. So we've got enough sticks, we've got enough string, and we've definitely got enough sharp material. So if we bring these 2 up here. Oh, now look at this. They enjoy working together, these 2. This is perfect. So they're actually gaining morale by working together. Cool. Okay. We've got this optional tool here, so that's good. We're upgrading this. So we've now got this little station down. You can't see it. It's behind my head. There's a little table for flaying animals on. So, I wonder who can come and do this. Which one are we going to do first? I guess the wolverine makes sense, doesn't it? Because it's the bigger animal. We're going to get more out of it, I suppose. So if we come up here, actions, skin the animal, and we'll bring the wolverine up. And do we want Maria to do this? Let's see. Oh, she's doing a good job by the looks of it. So what are we going to get out of this? Some bones, a big skin, some lard, some meat. Yes. Come on. So we've now got, if we look in our food supplies here, some raw meat and some lard. Now the lard looks like it keeps forever. The meat does have expiry on it, so we'll have to be a bit mindful of that. But yeah, that's cool. So we can now cook something more delicious. So, I don't think there's anything else much we're going to do around the camp today. We haven't got enough material for the blankets, I don't think. So, maybe we'll get Dimitri to come down here and filter some water. And then maybe we can get Maria to cook something nice on the fire for them to have for breakfast tomorrow. We can crank the fire up a little bit now, because if you look here, camp visibility has gone down to 10%, even though it's a clear sky. So the camp structure, because we've hidden that palisade, we covered it with the camouflage, that's taken 30% off of the camp visibility. So we can whack this up a lot now. So let's whack a load of mould on here. So you can see it's still only at 10%. There we go. We've got the fire up to... Oh, goodness. So, okay, so it's at 30% at the moment. That's okay, I think. And then we can see... Let's see what Maria can cook now, then. So, cooked food. So we have various kind of stew options. So what have we got for stew? We'd need water. We've got water. We need meat. 2 pieces of raw meat. We need Maria. And we're going to cook it. Oh, nice. Meat goulash. Increases morale and reduces cold. How good is that? Okay, she's still hungry, but I don't think she's hungry enough that we need to give her any of that just now. She can just eat something that might cause indigestion. What else have we got? Have we got anything sort of tasty to eat or anything that needs using up? So we've got stew, meat, mould. Lord, marrow root. Can you just eat that? Don't know. Moss, bugs, dodgy looking mushrooms. Yeah, we'll chuck them out. We don't need poisonous mushrooms right now. Garlic. Edible root. You know what? Would you like to eat some garlic? Is that going to help you? It is. Stinking, she says. But she doesn't seem to mind it. Raw garlic. Good for you anyway, isn't it? So, time to rest, and as we can see here, there's only 2 people fatigued now, Sergei and Dimitri. So let's get them up there to do that. There we go. You two have a nice little rest. Cool, things are looking good. Okay, so I think that's everything that we can do right now around the camp. There's no more action points to spend. Time for us to get into the night time. See what happens around the fire again tonight. Okay, so as usual, we have the 5 options here. And one that grabs my attention pretty quickly is riddle contest. Now, Sir Edward Grey was talking about setting riddles yesterday. So let's have a little look and see what this is. Do you remember my challenge? To pass the time, I suggest a riddle duel. I modestly admit that hardly anyone is able to compete with me in this sport. However, you have some chances, as Russian is not my main language. Begin. So, to start with, it's something straight from the English etiquette. As you know, in my country, the horse-drawn carriages run on the left side of the street, unlike in Russia. This is, of course, a more practical solution, because it has the convenience of a carriage driver in mind. And which hand mixes coffee in England? What? The left one too, or definitely the right one? Definitely the right one. Definitely the right one. Ha! Wrong. Coffee is mixed with a spoon, not a hand. Your turn now. Good lord. It's like a playground kind of activity, that one, isn't it? You're such a joker, aren't you? Okay, our riddle now. You see 3 foxes. Shoot one, or shoot and kill one. How many foxes are left? Well, if you shoot and kill one, I'm going to say, well, you automatically think there'll be 2 left. But I'm going to say none, because the others are going to run away from the shot, aren't they? None, because they escaped at the sound of the shot. But the hit one was left. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, Maria's joining in too, okay. Okay, it's my turn now. If the snow covers our entire camp after 8 days, and that is on Sunday, and every day there falls exactly twice as much snow as on the previous day, when will it cover half of the camp? What? So if the snow covers our entire camp after 8 days, and that's on Sunday, well, it would cover half the camp on the Saturday, wouldn't it? I'm not very good at these riddles. On Saturday, we're going to say. On the day preceding the entire covering of the camp. That is on Saturday. You did it. Give me then your next riddle. This has got to be good for morale all around the camp, hasn't it? Good. Now, what fish did the Russians like until recently, and now they can't wait to get rid of? Or they can't get rid of it. So, Ommels, it's mud, not fish, and you are fed up with it quickly. Salmon, under the Tsar, they ate caviar, but now times are changing. Or Wobbler, it was eaten to beer, but now there's prohibition. Salmon, then. Salmon, under the Tsar, they ate caviar, but now times are changing. Not true, Sardine. Oh, God, Sardine. Jesus, this guy, he like borrowed my dad's joke book from when I was a kid. Yeah, I don't think I understand. I'm with you, Maria. Mr. Grey, I demand a rematch. Well, that did do camp morale good. So they've had a little bit of fun around the fire. It's not all miserable. Notice Sergei didn't join in. So what else have we got here? We've seen all of these a few times popping up. Let's try Trans-Siberian Railway. We are near the rail route. What do you know about it? Maybe something that will be useful in escaping. The steam engine will not start anyway, if that's what you have in mind. No, I mean the route. Stations, interesting facts. Even seemingly irrelevant information can be at a premium. That's the military in him speaking there. The railway route is well over 8,000 versts long. Theoretically, there should be a station every 50 versts, but in this wilderness, we can forget about it. We are behind Baikal, quite close to the border. This part of the tracks was supposed to lead through Manchuria before, but the war with Japan changed the plans. Here, the tiger people were not employed, but the prisoners were first to work, and the engineers were brought from China. As you probably guessed, the work was a hard job for the convicts. They didn't get along with the managers. They tried to escape to avoid tortures. No wonder that the tracks were of fairly low quality, and although the Trans-Siberian Railway was completed several years ago, this section had to be renovated quite recently. Also with the prisoners' hands, although without the Chinese. So they've been using slave labour to make the railway. Alright, we'll think of the poor souls. But tell me, how often the trains run, or where to look for the station? You know, the times are turbulent. Many trains just don't leave. There is often no staff at the stations. In fact, although we are close to the tracks, we might as well be hundreds of versts deep into the Tiger. It's just a wilderness. Wilderness? And yet they say about the Trans-Siberian Railway the gold buckle in the steel belt of Russia. We expected at least marble stations and a gold lice beater here. Lice beater? Okay, end of the day summary. That was a very lengthy old conversation those two had around the fire, wasn't it? But at least we had a bit of fun with the riddle competition. Not sure we want too many of them. But it was alright. So, how are we going to end up with the day? Everyone going to be okay with their action points? Yeah, of course they are. Look, 3 action points for everybody. Pretty good so far. So, let's have a little look. How's the camp looking? Very good. So we have light snow today. That's going to reduce the visibility a little bit. 5%, not too bad. Nothing's under snow. Nothing's broken overnight. We are in pretty good shape, I think, for day 14. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I think it went pretty well. We've got some meat stew for breakfast coming up, so that'll be a nice change from mushroom soup, I'm sure. If you did enjoy the episode, please drop a like on there for me. Help me get seen by more people. And of course, if you've got any comments about this episode or the series as a whole so far, I would love to see them in the comment section below. And don't forget, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, come and hop on the Greeno bus. There is plenty of room for you all. It just remains for me to thank you for watching, and I will see you soon for day 14 of Help Will Come Tomorrow. Bye for now.